G'day viewers, I wanted to have a little rant to you today about a type of person whose behaviour has led me to come to know them as bubble people. Now there's a bit of a spectrum here. Some people are bubble people all the time. I think all of us are bubble people to an extent some of the time, but I really get the shits with the ones who really make their presence felt and that they're clearly bubble people most of the time. Now what constitutes a bubble person or bubble people behaviour? That's what you want to know, and I'm here to help you. Why I call them that is because their behaviour is such that there may as well be a physical bubble around them, and whatever is outside that bubble doesn't exist to them. Now with bubble people, the bubble may go up further or be closer, but when someone or something is not directly in their presence, sometimes literally in their face, they cease to realise that thing even exists. With some it's not so much that, well, that's not happening to me because it's not important. As obnoxious as that is, you actually get some of these people and you can't help thinking that if something is not in their face constantly, they literally cease to understand that that continues to exist. It's almost like playing peekaboo with a baby that doesn't have object permanence yet put into their mind. So peekaboo works because when you go away, the kid literally thinks you're gone. And then you pop up and go peekaboo and they go, that's so cool. With bubble people, sometimes when you're in their bubble, they can be really charming. They can be fun to be around. They can be fun to talk to. And when you're out of the bubble, you actually cease to exist to them. They continue on and they will do and say shit that clearly lets you know that you don't exist to them anymore, let alone the wider fucking world. And I have to admit this, the more privileged someone is, the more they have going their way, the more they are likely to not understand shit exists outside your life, you rude little prick. And this manifests in all sorts of ways of explaining to them that their life is made popular by children working in slave labour conditions around the world. And it doesn't penetrate, that's real. You're not joking, you're not a political zealot. You're telling them something that's real and true, and they're like, but I can't see them, so therefore it isn't happening. It's astonishing, but it also translates itself into simple little things that are just plain fucking rude. And you think, the only reason these people are behaving like this is first, that they're not conceiving of someone outside their bubble existing, but second, these little fucks live in a consequence-free environment. They can't conceive that something in the outside world will have an effect on them, so it doesn't occur to them if they act like a prick, someone will punch their stupid little monkey face in one day. A simple case recently, I was at a gig, a live gig, and it's fairly crowded, right? And I squeezed in and I'm doing my best not to be in other people's way, and this fucking obnoxious little bubble person twat, he spots a special friend of his just behind me, and he goes through the crowd like, oh wow, special, pushing people out of the way, including me. Big fucking mistake, kid. And the person he wanted to see, she was right behind me. So he shoved everyone out of the way, shoved me out. Right? Fucking whatever, man. And so I'm like, I will ignore this obnoxious little bubble person shit and just continue to enjoy the gig. And I thought I could brush them aside. And then what happened, because without going into too much explanation, there was a little barrier. Their friend was behind, I was just in front of, and they shoved in behind me. And their friend we have to be touching, it has to be special, so I have to pull you across this barrier, which meant I got hit in the back of the fucking head about 3 times. And the third time, that was the charm. I was ignoring the thought, no, good gig, having a good vibe, don't let it get you, ignore the bubble person, but actually getting physically hit in the head by this little fuckwit who thought that nothing bad would happen to him in response to that. That was just too much, and I just turned around and went, for fuck's sake, you little moron, watch what the fuck you doing? And to which his response, which any sensible person at that point would have been, I'm sorry, I didn't realise, I didn't intend to hit you, I'm sorry. And I would have been okay with that. But fucko little bubble person's response is, oh, Settle down, mate. Right. Okay. I'm sitting here minding my business, and this little fuckwit is hitting me, and when I verbally, not physically, like he fucking deserved, verbally admonished him for his extremely unreasonable behaviour, his response would be to go, it's my fault. I got in the way of his fucking knee and elbow, apparently. That was my fault. This little fuckhead lives in this consequence-free world. When I was younger, which was the other reason I didn't punch fuck out of him, I think I was about 20 years older than him, when I was his age, if I hit someone at a gig, I would fucking expect to get clocked. You know, just a, hey, yeah, Lily, you're in a... Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I got you. Sorry, man, didn't mean to. You know, that's how it works. But this little fuckwit, and all the fuckwits like him, think they can do whatever they want without paying the consequence. And when it inevitably will happen, because he'll do it to someone far less reasonable than me, and I'm a calm, reasonable, and above all, peaceful person, never forget that, he'll do it to someone who will just pound his fucking head, and how he relates this to his friends from then on will be, there was no reason for it. I was the victim. I couldn't have seen it coming. Oh, what's wrong with the world? It's what's wrong with you. Don't be a fucking bubble person. Other people exist. They are important. Share the fucking world or take the consequences that come, you little shits.